Look it down in verse 20. He says right here, confessing my sin. God likes that. That's what he said about you and your fellowship. Don't come up here acting like you haven't sinned or like you're clean. I know you're dirty. Every time you come up, you're going to have to just go ahead and admit that you're dirty and you're nothing like me. But as long as you know who you are, and as long as you're on the progress, coming up here and hanging out with me, because I know that's what's going to change you. It's the power of God. I'm telling you, it's the presence of God and hanging out with God that infuses the power to you to overcome sin. This idea that I'm going to overcome sin on my own power so I can please God, and then I'm going to come show God how well I did, you're just waiting for a train wreck. And you can't do it in your power. That's the conclusion you have to come to. I did this a long time ago. I really took notes on what the preacher said. And you got to come to church, this often. And you've got to go every time they have a witness program, you need to go to that. And if they're going to do some street preaching, you need to go to that. And on top of that, you have got to be a good father. If you tell them that you're going to do something, you got to go do it. And don't ever let them down. And you got to be compassionate, and you're not to provoke them to anger. And then on top of that, I'm going to tell you about praying Hyde, where he prayed many hours a day. And to tell you should pray like him. Man, I'll always pray. If I add up all these things that these preachers are telling me that I need to do, I don't have enough resources to do all these things they're telling me to do. And then on top of that, stuff that they come up with, so-and-so read his Bible 100 times on his knees. This fellow over here, when you ask him for a mile, he gives you 2 miles. The one of my favorite ones, not the favorite that I would use it, but they go, tax season is coming up and you're fixing to have you do your taxes. So you might want to go ahead and look at what your donations was last year and make sure you're ahead of it this year. Because Paul said I was ahead of where I was last year. Well, it's just funny stuff, isn't it? You know what that's supposed to do? You're supposed to come to the conclusion that I just can't do it. And so I asked the Lord a long time ago, Lord, I'll be honest with you. I can't do all that. So what is it that you want me to do? You know what he said? Just do one thing at a time. You ain't that smart, boy. Let's just take one thing at a time. Now, I might work on that one thing for 10 years too, because you're a little slow. You're a little retard compared to him, really. Come on, man. Aren't we though, man? Our brains, our hearts, and everything about us been touched by sin. You know what I mean? You just got to go ahead and humble yourself and realize where you belong. And when you're dealing with God,